Archangel Michael communicates a grave warning. The world you believe to be still is, in fact, mobilizing against you. The silent murmurs that escaped your notice resonate louder than thunder within the secretive corridors of power. Behind closed doors and within confidential files, your name was uttered by an individual of considerable influence, someone already committed to altering the course of your fate. This revelation was not a mere coincidence, it was a calculated initiative, and the intricacies surrounding you are far more profound than you might realize. In a discreet meeting, shrouded in secrecy, the importance of your existence weighed heavily upon their deliberations. The notable figure who mentioned you did so with purpose, their tone imbued with an intentionality that intertwines fates and determines outcomes. The implications of that discussion have commenced their manifestation in your reality, often without your awareness. They invoked your name as though you were absent, merely a file on a table, or a document marked with significance. You must comprehend this. Each decision made behind that closed door is a seed planted along your path, and the fruits of that seed are now burgeoning, regardless of your readiness to confront them. The atmosphere shifted the moment your name reverberated in that concealed space. Nothing within that moment was coincidental. It had been predestined. You now find yourself at the threshold of ramifications you never sought but are unable to evade. Type Amen to receive blessing 333. Silence engulfed the room following the invocation of your name, overshadowing the legal matters before them. What truly mattered was you, your life, your future. This was more than a discussion. It was a binding agreement between fate and decision. The renowned celebrity, known to millions, utilized their stature to imbue your existence with significance. Although physically absent, your essence was felt within that chamber, woven into their decisions as if tied by an invisible thread. The clash of fame and legal authority converged around your name. The shadows with which they align are exceptional. They are individuals who flourish in secrecy, manipulating outcomes with the stroke of a pen. Your name was included not by chance but by the compulsion of destiny. Now, the circle enclosing you tightens, inching closer with each passing moment. Though you may not yet perceive it, the transformation is already palpable in your environment. The discussions among those around you will soon mirror the whispers exchanged in that clandestine meeting. Prepare yourself, the unveiling is imminent, more so than you could possibly imagine. Type Amen to receive blessing 444. A frigid gust swept through the room when the words were spoken, as if the heavens themselves paused to absorb the significance of the moment. The celebrity leaned forward, their voice lowered yet unmistakably resolute. They intend to involve you in a design that is already in motion. The discussions regarding your involvement transcend the personal. They encompass your financial status, future opportunities, and relationships. The legal arrangements they are orchestrating possess depths beyond your comprehension, yet the connection to your heart is unmistakable. Their hands trembled slightly upon the table, aware that uttering your name had ventured into precarious territory, yet they proceeded. They invited you into their inner circle, and the heavens took notice. The documents they signed in that moment, although unseen by you, are now infused with an energy that follows you like a shadow. Soon, what was once concealed will intersect with your reality in unavoidable ways. Type Amen to receive blessing 555. You are not intended to remain silent in this juncture, rather, you are called to rise. Those who invoked your name perceive something potent within you, an essence they cannot yet govern but yearn to control. Archangel Michael recognizes this scheme and stands vigilant, sword drawn, ready to shield your path. Your silence can no longer be considered a safeguard, it has become a snare. They wish for you to remain oblivious while their plans gain traction in obscurity. However, heaven is now piercing through the darkness to reveal what they never anticipated you would uncover. Archangel Michael asserts, this unveiling is not meant to instill fear but to prepare you. When your name is mentioned in concealed realms, your destiny is inevitably being redrafted in the light of day. Do not take this matter lightly, it carries weight, consequence, and urgency. The bindings are not yet final, but they draw nearer with each passing moment. How you choose to navigate this moment will determine whether you yield to it or rise above it. Type Amen to receive blessing 666. The whispers from that clandestine meeting did not cease upon its conclusion, they lingered, carried by unseen currents, reaching you like echoes through your essence. Your name has been placed upon a path that others presumed you would never traverse. The celebrity who spoke it acknowledged the risk, yet found their lips unable to remain sealed. The energy they bore was not one of mere secrecy, but rather of urgency. They are conscious that mentioning your name would unlock doors that cannot be closed again. The attorneys present nodded solemnly, their pens inscribing agreements on paper. Each signature, every mark, transcends mere business, it binds your existence to a reality beyond your current understanding. The gravity of their intentions can no longer be overlooked. What they have crafted for you is unprecedented, it is significant. They seek to entwine you within a larger, more formidable, and potentially perilous venture. The moment your name found its way into their records, the future began its shift. Type Amen to receive blessing 777. A dense silence enveloped the room following the final strokes of ink. They leaned back, inhaling slowly, as if the choice had extorted part of their very spirits. Yet for you, everything in your unseen world began to transform. Your name was not merely spoken, it was inscribed, residing now within legal documents, stamped and sealed, hidden away in safes beyond your reach. This is not a fleeting moment but a permanent etching upon your journey. The celebrity reclined in their seat, a serious expression etching their features, as if they had transcended into forbidden realms. For them, it was merely a decision, for you, it is destiny unfurling. The heavens quivered at that utterance, fully aware of the implications when earthly power calls upon your name. Archangel Michael remains observant, understanding that these types of choices open doors that are irrevocable. Type Amen to receive blessing 888. The meeting concluded, but the agenda persists. Behind closed doors and in shadowy corridors, discussions continue on how to exert control over you. Their voices may be gentle, but their intentions are as sharp as knives. Your name carries an undeniable significance that they cannot overlook, which is precisely why it draws them in. They repeat it in private spaces, places where the world cannot hear, binding you ever tighter to their overarching plan. The attorneys offered faint smiles, not out of kindness, but from the satisfaction derived from wielding power. To them, you are not an individual, but rather a symbol, a pawn intended to serve their broader scheme. They believe you remain oblivious, yet divine truth pierces through the silence tonight. What was whispered within those walls is now echoing loudly. Your spirit is awakened, and the knowledge of what has already been set into motion can no longer elude you. Taipei men are set to secure blessing 999. The voice of the celebrity trembled as they pronounced your name once more, as if they sensed the peril in their utterance. Their fame serves as both a disguise and a weapon, drawing you into their sphere. This choice was not made lightly, it was a calculated maneuver. Every person present in that room played their part and unanimously agreed to proceed together. The road ahead of you is no longer barren, it is now imbued with a multitude of concealed imprints. Archangel Michael declares, "The light of truth now illuminates your path." Even in the depths of their secretive plotting, you have been granted insight into reality. You are not forsaken, you are being readied. The burden of this realization is substantial, yet it also serves as divine protection. For when the concealed is brought to light, its dominion over you dissipates. This is the moment when you are shown what they attempted to conceal. Taipei men to receive blessing 111. The stillness outside the building held the resonance of fate. While the world continued in its cacophony, your life had already been redirected within that private chamber. What was resolved there is now an integral part of your reality. They aimed for you to remain unaware, blind, and unprepared. That was their trap. But heaven has penetrated their secrecy and provided a warning before their snare could fully close. Your name was not merely spoken, it was assessed and measured. They evaluated your worth, influence, and destiny. In their eyes, you represent the key to unlocking a door they could never unseal without your assistance. The plan is accelerating more rapidly than you realize. With each passing moment, you draw closer to the impending revelation. The unseen hand has already reached out, and soon you will sense its grasp. Taipei men are destined for blessing 222. While the air beyond the meeting seemed normal, within the atmosphere was charged with tension. Your name had been imprinted in the energy of that room, now directed like a current towards your life. This is not a tale of coincidence, it is a deliberate act shaping your destiny. The attorneys gathered their documents, but the remnants of their conversation lingered in the silence. They have crossed a boundary, intertwining your existence with their clandestine world. Every detail inscribed in their files now connects back to you. The celebrity reclined with a half-smile, both satisfied and uneasy, fully aware that by invoking your name, they had unleashed a tempest. This is not the conclusion, it marks merely the beginning. What they intend to make of you remains uncertain, yet the foundations of their plan are already solidifying. You are no longer an outsider to their domain, you have been pulled in, and soon your role will be unveiled. Taipei men to receive blessing 333. The celebrities possess immense influence, when they speak, the world takes notice. Yet in that secluded setting, their voices turn sharper and darker, embodying intentions that few could bear. You are seen as a piece of their puzzle, a critical key to unlocking their grand design. Each legal document signed that day acted as a silent chain anchoring you to something shrouded in mystery. The truth lies hidden within layers of secrecy, yet its shadow already extends to your every move. The lawyers engaged in hushed whispers, sealing agreements with nods, occasionally casting furtive glances at the celebrity who dared to mention your name. None challenged the consensus; it had already been established. In that room, the trajectory of your life was rewritten without your presence. Yet the ramifications of that decision are already rippling through the very ground beneath you. Type Amen to receive blessing 444. The documents bore not just ink but power, a force capable of shaping futures. Your name transcended mere letters; it became a binding contract expressed in silence. Once uttered, it cannot be revoked. The celebrity cast their gaze downward, as if burdened by a weight beyond measure. They understand that what has been done is irrevocable. The chain of events has been set into motion. Archangel Michael asserts that this moment was granted to prompt your awakening. They cannot act against you without the divine revealing it. Now, that truth is made manifest before your eyes. You hold a position of strength in this narrative. What they envisioned as control can transform into your empowerment, provided you remain resolute. Heaven has shattered their silence. Type Amen to receive blessing 555. To the world outside, it seems nothing has altered. They perceive you as you were yesterday, oblivious to the swirling currents beneath the surface. However, your reality has already been transformed. Your name circulates in realms you cannot access, mentioned in clandestine negotiations and tied to contracts you never signed. Yet your spirit knows the truth. They are not merely planning to reference you, they intend to place you in a role you never sought but cannot evade. The impending storm is brewing, you can feel its weight in the atmosphere, the invisible force of what is about to crash into your life. Type Amen are destined for blessing 666. The celebrity's voice struck like a blade, not soft but cutting through the stillness with fierce intent. When they spoke your name, it was not in friendship or admiration, but as if making a claim upon you. They seek to utilize you, to constrain you. The attorneys around the table leaned in closer, their pens poised over paper, fully grasping the gravity of what had transpired. They understood this was no mere business transaction, it was fate. In that instant, your spirit stirred. Though absent in body, you were very much present in energy, the resonance of your name reaching up to the heavens. The heavens responded with urgency, which is why this message comes to you now. You must be prepared. Type Amen to receive blessing 777. A peculiar stillness hung in the air after the meeting. The celebrity departed with a heavy heart, grappling with the conflict between confidentiality and revelation, yet their fate was already solidified. The attorneys sealed their documents, but no amount of legal formality could obscure the truth from the heavens. Each word exchanged that night reverberates in the unseen realm, where divine eyes remain vigilant. Archangel Michael stands close by, enveloping you with his presence. He will not permit you to venture blindly into their snare. you have been chosen to grasp the truth before it unfolds. Your name has become the battleground in a war that has already commenced. Type Amen to receive blessings. 888. The resonance of your name did not fade with the closing of that door to the meeting room. It lingers, echoing down the silent corridors where shadows elongate and decisions churn like tempests. You are inextricably linked to it, drawing you nearer to their scheme. The celebrity has unwittingly transformed into a harbinger of fate, whether intentionally or not, tethering you to their agenda. Their esteemed status amplifies the peril of your situation, as the world becomes malleable with their utterances. Your name was spoken in a manner that could reshape your entire existence. The lawyers did not dissent, they merely offered faint smiles, their gazes as sharp as blades. Their silent accord was etched into the very air, and they have inscribed your destiny with an unyielding hand. Time no longer ticks the same for you. Each passing second propels you closer to the revelation of what was set in motion without your agreement. The energy is palpable and continuously intensifying. Type Amen to receive blessings. 999. The documents from that meeting were discreetly whisked away in briefcases heavy with secrets. Secured now behind iron drawers, they remain hidden, yet your spirit is irrevocably entwined with them. What is encapsulated in ink and paper is already bound by destiny. The celebrity's visage haunts that conference room, their voice quivering as they articulated words they knew carried implications beyond themselves, greater than the law, greater than their fame, aware that heavenly ears were attentive. The plans they conceive hide within shadows, yet the divine has parted the veil to elucidate the truth to you. For you must be forewarned of its arrival. This message is no coincidence but rather a form of divine intervention. What was once a murmur will soon amplify to thunder, and you will stand in its wake. Type Amen to receive blessings. 111. The night sky cloaking that meeting appeared unremarkable, yet it bore the burdens of destiny's call. Even the stars acknowledged your name whispered in the darkness. Even the wind seemingly quaked with the weight of what was uttered. Archangel Michael affirmed that this moment was wrought so you could awaken to the truth. Had you remained oblivious, they might have taken everything from you. But now you are prepared. Navigate cautiously, for the world around you is swiftly transforming. Conversations will commence to shift, glances will hesitate, and the truth will inevitably emerge. You will recognize when the moment has arrived. Fear not, for the divine reveals not to instill terror, but to safeguard. Your protection has already been initiated. Type Amen to receive blessings. 222. The celebrity remains unaware that by uttering your name, they have also cast themselves into exposure. Their fame serves as a shield, yet even the sturdiest shield can fracture under the weight of truth, and soon their voice will betray them. The lawyers may endeavor to conceal the truth, but their silence will not endure. When destiny calls, no veil of secrecy can stifle it, and that destiny has chosen to vocalize your name. Your life has been swept into a current far beyond your imagination. You find yourself at the very eye of a storm, and the winds are rising. The ground beneath you is already trembling. This is no mere coincidence, it is a manifestation of alignment. The path of the divine now intersects with human choices. Type Amen to receive blessings. 333. The files containing your name traverse through powerful channels. Each hand that touches them adds another link to the chain binding you, yet, as they attempt to ensnare you, heaven is actively dismantling those links. While the celebrity's influence is substantial, their dominion is not absolute. They are being manipulated as instruments, acutely aware of their increasing disquiet with each breath. The attorneys maintain a facade of calm, though their hearts race, cognizant that they have ventured into perilous territory, fearful of the repercussions. Yet, they persist. Your name has become their fixation, and obsession invariably leads to downfall. Type Amen to receive blessings. 444. The storm intensifies now with alarming speed. What was hidden yesterday strains to emerge. You need not wait long. The celebrity who named you is restless, observing and waiting with uncertainty as to whether the divine will allow their scheme to come to fruition. Their eyes betray an unsettling fear. Archangel Michael remains alongside you, invisible yet resolute. His sword slices through the chains constructed around you. His presence serves as your armor. The plan may be formidable, but the divine's might is greater, and you are destined for triumph, not defeat. Type Amen to receive blessings. 555. The whispers have transformed into surging waves radiating from that clandestine space. The energy associated with your name can no longer be restrained, it is expanding. Soon, every individual involved in that meeting will experience its reverberations. The celebrity cannot find solace, their mind is tormented by the very sound of your name. Each time their eyes close, it echoes against the confines of their consciousness. They fail to realize that uttering your name invited the divine into their deliberations. What they presume to be a closed-door decision has instead become an open revelation from above. The truth could not remain buried. Your spirit was summoned to a realm your physical form never accessed, and now you carry the burden of knowledge concerning what transpired in your absence. Type Amen to receive blessings. 666. The documents continue to circulate, carried by hands that presume you are oblivious. Each page bears your name inscribed in lines you did not endorse, yet they bind you, drawing you toward their stage. The attorneys conspire in hushed voices, believing that secrecy stands as their strength, but secrecy becomes their vulnerability when faced with divine illumination. The celebrity feels the oppressive weight of unseen gazes upon them. Their power does not safeguard them from divine scrutiny. Notoriety cannot erase their actions. Your name transcends mere words, it is a flame that consumes all that it encounters. Type Amen to receive blessings. 777. Archangel Michael states, your awakening is pivotal to your liberation. Had you remained blind, they would have succeeded. Yet light has pierced through their orchestrated darkness. The storm that looms over you seeks not to obliterate, but to purify. Everything concealed must be revealed, and when it is, you will come to understand why your name was chosen. The celebrity's influence is crumbling. The burden of their choice has weakened their resolve, while heaven fortifies its hold upon them. You are not their casualty, you are their reflection. They believe they could keep the truth hidden, secure behind walls of secrecy thought to be unbreakable. But heaven has shattered those walls with a mere whisper. The celebrity finds themselves quietly anxious, acutely aware that the actions they initiated are irreversible. Their identity is now intertwined with yours in ways they never intended. This connection transcends mere legality, it is spiritual in nature. This message aims to empower you to transcend the trap set before you. The course toward your triumph has already been delineated. Type Amen to receive blessings. 999. The lawyers attempt to assure themselves with rational arguments, but they falter. They recognize that they have become enmeshed in matters that exceed the confines of the law. The weight of divine scrutiny bears heavily upon them. Your life is now scrutinized, not only by humanity but also by forces beyond. Every step you take holds unprecedented significance. The celebrity's notoriety will afford them no shelter when the truth comes to light. Their facade will crumble, their concealed realities will be unveiled. They will encounter the repercussions of the burden they attempted to impose upon you. Your fate cannot be appropriated. What is inherently yours will remain intact despite their machinations. Type Amen to receive blessings. 111. The impending storm draws near. The winds escalate, shadows quiver, and silence shatters. The concealed will soon erupt into clarity. The celebrity senses it too, their pulse quickens, their thoughts race. They understand that the moment of revelation is at hand. Archangel Michael stands as your protector, his sword aglow against encroaching darkness. His might serves as your sanctuary, his presence your armor. He will ensure that their schemes do not shatter you. You have been chosen to prevail, and heaven has pronounced your name inviolable. Type Amen to receive blessings. 222. The foundation of your existence is increasingly unstable. What was once hidden has sharpened into fangs and is drawing nearer with every moment. The decision affiliated with your name is on the verge of public revelation. The celebrity believed their influence would shield them, but it has morphed into a binding chain. Fame cannot muffle the disclosures of heaven. Each secret bears the burden of its potential exposure, and theirs is ablaze with the urgency of revelation. The attorneys frantically shuffle papers once more, attempting to mask their culpability. However, the truth in ink resonates louder than their attempts at concealment. It carries your name, and heaven has taken note of it. You are not merely a pawn in their machinations. You are the tempest that will dismantle their plans. Type Amen to receive blessings. 333. The stillness of that legal discussion is fracturing. Whispers are leaking out. Cracks are appearing in the walls, and truth is rushing in. What they sought to keep hidden can no longer remain buried. The celebrity's restlessness is becoming unbearable. They pace their corridors at night, haunted by your essence, though you are far removed. Their fear intensifies with each passing day. You are not powerless in this narrative. The more they attempt to restrict you, the more your spirit is emboldened by celestial forces. You are enveloped in divine protection. Archangel Michael announces that the revelations have been laid bare. What they uttered in darkness has been illuminated. Type Amen to receive blessings. For 44, the contracts they forged are disintegrating. Though sealed with ink, they cannot withstand heavenly declarations. Paper combusts swiftly when touched by divine fire. The celebrity's eyes reflect regret, but it is too late for retreat. They have traversed a threshold from which there is no return. Their identity is now irrevocably linked to yours. The lawyers whisper about subsequent actions, but their voices tremble. They comprehend that heaven has intervened in their plans, inciting fear about what lies ahead. Your destiny remains intact. No conspiracy, no scheme, no clandestine meeting can confiscate what heaven has promised you. Type Amen to receive blessings. 555. The storm has reached its climax. Every veiled word is poised for disclosure. You are on the brink of exposure and breakthrough. The celebrity cannot evade the consequences of their initiation. Their acclaim will devolve into downfall, their secrets will lead to their undoing. They will confront the very truths they sought to bury. Your name radiates light, piercing through their obscurity. It cannot be silenced or erased. Soon, the entire world will witness what heaven has already revealed to you. Type Amen to receive blessings. 666. The cloak of secrecy has been irreversibly torn asunder. The meeting, which began in shadows, will culminate in illumination. You have been equipped for this pivotal moment. Archangel Michael encompasses you, his fiery wings safeguarding every stride. No assault can breach your defenses, no scheme can shatter your existence. You are protected beyond all measures. The celebrity will face exposure. Their actions will be disclosed. And you will ascend as the truth comes to the forefront. This is your triumph. This is your time. This is a destiny that cannot be usurped. Type Amen to receive blessings. 777.